Welcome back to another episode of Naperville Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Josiah Schuneman. It's a jam-packed week in prep sports with many of our schools competing for a regional or sectional title. We start the show with the girls soccer 2A sectional final at Nazareth Academy as Bennett Academy takes on Lamont.
Bennett Academy girls soccer looks to keep their state run alive. The Red Wings take on Lamont in the Nazareth sectional final. Lamont starts the game with a free kick from about 25 yards out. Ella Simpson's shot is on net, but it's easily caught by Shannon Clark. Bennett's turn with a set piece from the corner. Ivan Avukis' cross finds Bailey Abbott as she knocks the ball into the net. 1-0 Bennett after 10 minutes of play. 10 minutes later, Ivan Avukis picks the ball up around midfield as she takes on the Lamont defense, unleashing a shot from 20 yards out that floats into the back of the net. An outstanding effort by the freshman to double Bennett's lead. Bennett looking for one last chance in the half. Kira Petroselli plays the ball through to Anna Casimir, whose shot is saved by Lauren Tracy. Following up the rebound is Ashley Donovan, but her point-blank effort hits the post. Bennett leads 2-0 at halftime. The Red Wings aren't slowing down in the second half. Anna Casimir has a shot from distance that is punched out of bounds by Lauren Tracy. 17 minutes to play. Ashley Donovan puts in a corner that bounces around until eventually Sadie Sturbens makes space for herself, firing on net, tucking the ball into the bottom corner. Bennett takes a 3-goal lead. Finishing off the game for Bennett would be Kira Petroselli as her shot puts the Red Wings up by 4. That would be the final score as Bennett Academy wins the sectional final over Lamont by a score of 4-0. Bennett Academy advances to the Super Sectionals against Peoria Notre Dame.
Welcome to the girls soccer sectional final featuring defending state champs Metea Valley and Plainfield North. A win for the Mustangs puts them a game close to getting back to the state series, while the Tigers are looking to continue their best season in program history as they make their first ever sectional final appearance. Tigers are already attacking early, but the Mustang defense reacts quickly and knocks the ball away to prevent a goal. Tyra King takes it the other way, and despite Hannah Bukowski making a play, King tries her strike, but does not get the much-needed curve. Corner kick time for the Tigers, and the ball just bounces off Tessa Fagerson's head and sneaks its way by an inch for the first goal of the game. Fagerson wants some more, but her shot on net goes off the post, and Alyssa Gluting saves it. Don't you dare counter out. After a couple of moves, she fires that ball and it goes in beautifully to double up the Tigers' lead to 2-0. Mustangs get a quick goal from Tyra King to cut the deficit within 1 goal. Now can they tie this game up? Tiger goalie Hannah Bukowski says, "No way, I'm not letting that happen." As for Fagerson, she keeps doing her thing, and oh my goodness, what a goal by the DePaul commit. Plainfield North takes a 3-1 lead at the break. In the second half, the Mustangs are looking for any type of score, and Kylie Janish has a chance, but her shot goes wide of the net. Another one for the Ponies, but the Tiger defense continues to show their fight by showing absolutely no love to their opponent. Plainfield North is back on the attack, and Mia Davis scores another goal, and that's the dagger. For the first time in school history, Plainfield North wins the girls soccer sectional championship after a 4-1 win over Metea Valley. The Tigers will take on 2021 state champs O'Fallon in the Super Sectionals.
Coming up, we'll show you the lacrosse sectional finals here on NSW.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap bag.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
Oh, yeah, I'll take one of your specials, my man.
There you go, princess.
We were there when you explored questionable street meat.
Maybe read the reviews next time?
We were there for that. And we're here for everything else. Here it's personal, because we get to know you.
We stay on the field, but this time it's the lacrosse sectionals. We have the Bennett Academy boys facing St. Rita in the sectional final. It's a perfect evening for the boys lacrosse sectional final. The St. Rita Mustangs playing at home against the Bennett Academy Red Wings. The winner of this game will move on to the Super Sectional. Still scoreless nearly 9 minutes into the first quarter, St. Rita looking to finally get on the board. They do so with Aiden McIntyre passing to Tommy Richter, who scores the first goal of the game. Red Wings look to respond. Eric Lorenzo tries to find some space for a shot. He eventually gets it off and puts it into the back of the net to tie the game at 1. Still in the first quarter with 8 seconds left, Jack Cronin nets a goal with a backhand while being off balance. Impressive play by Cronin as his team leads by 2. Moving to the second, Cronin finds the net again, this time off the feed from Nick Quaid. The Mustangs lead it 5-3. We skip to late in the third with Thomas Tierney passing to Eric Lorenzo, who spins and scores to give Bennett its first lead of the game. They are up 8-7 to end the quarter. Going into the fourth, it's now tied as Tierney fights against his defender and fires it top shelf while falling away. What a shot! Red Wings back up by 1 with 4 minutes left in the game. Less than 3 minutes left, and just like in the semifinal, Liam Nolan comes through in the clutch for St. Rita as he ties this game up at 9. Under 2 minutes left, Charlie O'Grady works his way to the crease, fires, and puts it in to give Bennett the lead. That would end up being the difference in this one as the Red Wings defeat the Mustangs 10-9 in a thriller to win the sectional title. They will head to the Super Sectional to take on the Andrew Co-op.
A title game takes us to Marist High School as the Red Hawks host the Red Wings of Bennett Academy in the sectional finals. Marist Academy edged out Bennett 9-8 in the regular season, yet this game has higher stakes as the winner of this conference rivalry advances to Super Sectionals on Tuesday. Bennett Academy begins the scoring as Gianna Karelko weaves her way through the Marist defense and buries her shot from point-blank range, giving the Red Hawks the early lead. Marist, though, gets back in the game quickly with 2 goals in succession. Marissa Rosner picks out Carmen Colon, and she rifles the shot into the net, making it 3-1 Redbirds. Marist looks to extend their lead, and they do as Rosner accelerates around the Bennett defenders to get a clear shot on goal and makes no mistake with the finish. Marist now leads 4-1. Kaylee Grant gets on the score sheet, scoring on a breakaway, now making it 5-1 Marist. The Red Wings, though, refuse to roll over. Peyton O'Neill earns a penalty and she's able to convert, finishing it in the bottom corner and cutting the deficit to 5-2. However, Marist answers right back as Grant lays it off for Maggie Oli, who slices her way through the Bennett defense to score. The Red Wings, though, refuse to go away. Madison Timmons finds Peyton O'Neill and she drives right through the heart of the Marist defense. She scores to make it 6-3 as Marist still holds the lead. The Redbirds earn a penalty after a foul, and Oli steps up to slot the ball into the bottom corner to once again extend Marist's lead to 7-3. Bennett Academy again answers the call as Jamie Weber cuts in, getting off a quick shot to score. The senior and vocal leader shows her passion as Bennett looks to make a comeback in the second half. After a Bennett turnover, the Redbirds counterattack with Oli leading the way. She finds Grant, who does the rest, getting around the Bennett defender and scoring to make it 8-4. With only minutes left in the game, Bennett needs goals quickly, and they get one here as Karelko converts the penalty to make it 8-5. Marist, though, puts the game to bed as Oli speeds past the Bennett defenders and buries her shot to seal the victory. Marist are sectional champions as they defeat Bennett Academy 9-5 to advance to Super Sectionals against Sandburg Co-op on Tuesday.
On this play of the week, Noah Rubeski shows off his power at the net. Ermoon Bachaloon sets him up and he absolutely smashes it to the floor for a strong kill. He's hyped up after that one, and rightfully so, as he puts some force into that spike.
We live in a safe community, but not a crime-free community. If you see something, say something. Be a Naperville Crime Stopper.
Local news is your lifeline. Let the Daily Herald help you navigate your world with solid reporting, good advice, and a much-needed diversion or two.
We head to the Diamond for the Baseball Regional Final. Waubonsie Valley Baseball looks to protect its own field against Oswego East.
It's a beautiful Saturday morning for a regional baseball final at Waubonsie Valley. The Warriors look to continue their postseason run against Oswego East. Leading off in the bottom of the first for Oswego East is Cody Haynes, who hits a bouncer for a single. Batting next for the Wolves is Mike Polubinski, who hits a shot down the third baseline, bringing home Haynes for the opening run. Up to bat for the Warriors in the second is Ben Ford, who cranks one deep into center field. The ball is dropped as Ford sprints to third base for a triple. Next up to bat is Tanner Atkins, who shows bunt. Meanwhile, Ben Ford gets himself stuck in a rundown. He makes it back to third base safely, but the ump calls interference against Oswego East, allowing Ford to come home, tying the game at 1. Skipping to the fourth inning with Ben Ford batting again. This time he hits into left field, causing the Wolves defense some issues. Ford picks up his second triple of the game, but he would get stranded on third. Bottom of the fourth now. Liam Mitchell is at bat as he hits a skipper through the infield. Jackson Pesce scores, putting Oswego East up 2-1. Still with the OE bats in the fifth inning. Mike Polubinski hits into center field, bringing in Dylan Kubek, extending the lead to 2. Josh Polubinski batting now as he hits deep into the outfield, bringing in his brother to extend that lead to 3. The bats are warming up for the Wolves. This time it's Andy Lewis who finds the open space. Josh Polubinski scores, making it a 4-run game. Top of the 7th now, and the Warriors are in need of some runs. Jay Keeley starts the Warriors off by picking up a single. Next up to bat is Connor Sarin, who also makes contact, picking up a base hit. Hiroshi Wong looks to continue the hitting streak for the Warriors. He hits to Josh Polubinski, who throws to first base for the third out. Oswego East wins the program's first ever regional championship over Waubonsie Valley by a score of 5-1.
We have more action on the bases with the softball regionals. We have Metea Valley playing in the regional final for the first time ever against Oswego East. Metea Valley softball is excited to be competing in the regional championship game for the first time ever. The opponent is the regional host, the Oswego East Wolves, who topped the Mustangs 7-2 in the opening weeks of the season. After a scoreless first inning, Nicole Stone bats in the bottom of the second and drives a fly ball to deep center that gets over the head of Reese Valha. Stone motors her way to third for a triple. Metea Valley pitcher Charlie Benesh threw a complete game shutout against Naperville North in the regional semis, but she loses the shutout here as Jenna Borgstrom chops a single just out of the reach of Benesh to score Stone for the first run of the game, 1-0 Wolves. One away in the third inning, and senior Shelly Hess is at the dish. She hits a high chopper to third. The ball is bobbled, but Hess likely beats out the throw anyway, and Metea has its first base runner. Benesh then sacrifices Hess into second base with Reese Valha batting next. The all-DVC selection slaps a line drive into right field. Hess holds at third as the Mustangs have runners at the corners with 2 outs. Riley O'Neill looks to tie the game, but Oswego East pitcher Kenzie Gatz gets O'Neill to ground out to first to end the threat and maintain the 1-0 lead. Bottom of the third now, and Finley Anderson pulls a single into left to load the bases after the first 2 batters reached via error and bunt single. Mustangs looking to keep the lead at 1. Mary Kate Quaid hits a sharp grounder to short where Genevieve Gonzalez fields and throws home to catcher Macy Martin to get the force out. 1 down with the bases still loaded. Next up is Gia Corris, who chops a ground ball that is just to the right of Shelly Hess at second base and into the outfield. 2 runs come in to score as Oswego East takes a 3-0 lead. 4-0 now after a Kenzie Gatz RBI single with runners on second and third. Nicole Stone hits one to Gonzalez at short. Her throw beats the runner home, but it's a little high, and Gia Corris scores to make it a 5-0 game. The inning becomes death via paper cut by the Wolves as Benesh is not giving up much hard contact, but Oswego East is finding holes in the infield as Borgstrom singles into right to score 2 more. By the end of the third inning, the Wolves hold a 10-0 lead. Metea Valley trying to chip away at the big deficit, but Kenzie Gatz is dealing on the mound as she strikes out Elena Gonzalez to end the top of the 4th inning. In the bottom of the 4th, Gia Corris becomes the Wolves' record holder for triples with 1 out. Kenzie Gatz then follows with another RBI single. After 2 more singles, London Cornelius shows off the power by ending the ballgame in style with a grand slam over the right field fence. Oswego East shows off its might with a 15-0 victory over Metea Valley. Yorkville awaits the Wolves in the sectional semifinals. Bennett Academy softball is playing host for the regional championship game between the Red Wings and the 8th-seeded Fenton Bison. This is a rematch of last year's final where Bennett took home the regional plaque with a 10-2 victory. Fenton threatening in the top of the first with a pair of base runners, but freshman Gianna Cunningham shows maturity on the mound with a strikeout to get out of the jam without allowing a run. Bennett Academy looking to strike first as Nina Passari leads things off with a bunt single, 1 of 3 hits on the night for Passari. Next up is Taylor Sconza, who smacks a deep fly ball the other way that just evades the grasp of Priscilla Diaz. Passari comes around to score the opening run on the RBI double. Two outs in the bottom of the first now. Grace Babbage crushes one deep into the right center field gap that bounces off the wall. Sconza comes in to score while Babbage cruises into second. Grace Herregis heads to the plate and she lines one off the head of pitcher Kendall Mitchell that carries into center field. Pinch runner Isabella Iovanelli scores as Herregis heads to second on the throw. Thankfully, the mask worn by Mitchell did its job and she would be able to return to the game later in the contest. Red Wings batting in the bottom of the third inning now with 2 on and 2 out. Hannah Baer lines a single into left. Iovanelli pinch running again as she comes in to score as Bennett leads 4-0. 5-0 Red Wings after back-to-back singles from Mary-Kate Ritterbusch and Nina Passari. Taylor Sconza continues her hot day at the plate with an RBI single into center as Baer and Ritterbusch score to give the Black and Red a 7-0 lead. Next up is Angela Herregis, who keeps the 2-out hit parade rolling with an RBI single into center that scores Passari. Bridget Chapman to the dish next as she lines one back up the middle as Sconza comes in to score. 6 runs in the inning, all of them via 2-out hits as Bennett is getting it done in the clutch. The Bison look to get back in the game. Following a 1-out single from Natalia Stazel, Kendall Mitchell gets it done with a bat that just drops into shallow center field. Sconza rushes in and nearly throws out Stazel at second with Cunningham covering, but everyone is safe. The young Red Wing pitcher is once again able to settle down and put another 0 on the scoreboard with her 6th strikeout of the game to end the top of the 4th. The Bennett offense has not cooled off at all as Mary-Kate Ritterbusch lines a ball into the left center gap. Grace Herregis and pinch runner McKenna Jedlicka come in to score on the triple as the lead reaches 11-0. 13-0 Bennett after hits from Passari, Sconza, and Angela Herregis as Bridget Chapman can end the game via the 15-run slaughter rule, but she fouls the ball off her ankle. However, on the very next pitch, she hits a 3-run blast over the left field fence. Bennett wins the regional title for a 3rd straight season over Fenton. The Red Wings will face St. Francis in the sectional semifinals on Tuesday. After the break, we'll take a look at the season finale of boys track and field here on NSW.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
For our final postseason highlight of the show, we wrap up the boys track and field season with the state meet at Eastern Illinois.
Eastern Illinois is the site of the IHSA Boys Track and Field State Meet, as all 6 of our area teams are ready to run in Charleston and end the season on a high note with top times and personal bests. Neuqua Valley jumper James Ammenhauser in the shade before taking his turn. Competing first in the long jump, he leaps 6.78 meters and finishes in 6th place. Waubonsee's Brody Squires jumps his way to an 8th place spot on the podium. Parrish Hartley from Kenwood wins the event. Ammenhauser is also doing the triple jump for the first time at state as he jumps his way to a 5th place finish at 13.88 meters. 2 All-State honors and some big points for the Wildcats from the senior. Malik Allen from Edwardsville takes the top spot in the triple at 14.87 meters. Jalen Chagag from Mattia Valley finishes in 12th in the long jump and 9th in the triple for the Mustangs. To another field event, Evan Sweeney from Mattia Valley takes his turn in the discus. Competing at state for the first time as a senior, he throws a distance of 49.76 meters and takes 6th place to end his Mustang career. Fellow DVC thrower Maverick Oley entered the season as one of the favorites after finishing in 2nd last year. The junior comes up with a throw of 55.82 meters that stays inbounds by just a couple feet. That lengthy toss is good for 1st place and a state championship for the Red Hawk. Naperville Central's 4x800 group of Samuel Bernard, Julian Brozick, Luke Norin, and Foster Shelbert get off to a good start in this race. Shelbert is the anchor and trails behind Downers Grove North after the final handoff. In the end, it's Hinsdale Central winning the 4x800 championship ahead of Downers Grove North and Plainfield South. Naperville Central comes in 4th. Homewood Flossmoor runs strong in the 4x100 relay, taking a first-place finish. Naperville North's relay group of Carson Marlar, Nathan Jacobs, Munib Shah, and Danny Elo comes in 3rd, setting a new school record in the process, followed by Neuqua Valley in 4th, with Tyree Muhammad, Jake Lansdowne, who finished in 7th in the 110 hurdles, Tyreek Campbell, and Austin Bell. Bennett Academy with a pair of runners competing in the Class 2A 3,200 meter race with Finn Richards and Aiden Hewlett. Running away with the event is Ethan Hogan from Columbia with a time of 9 minutes and 2 seconds, a new 2A state record. Richards crosses the line in 12th while Hewlett takes 16th. Great seasons for the Red Wings sophomores. Neuqua Valley's Zach Close wants a strong performance in the 2-mile as the pack goes off, as the Wildcats are in the top 3 in the standings midway through the day. After the longest race of the day, in the end it's Evan Horgan from Belvedere North crossing the line in 1st, with the top tying at 9 minutes and 5 seconds. Close ends his race for the Wildcats, coming in 6th place. Neuqua Valley's Austin Bell and Naperville North's Danny Elo sprint in the 100 meters, but Daniel Lacey from Champaign Centennial edges out everyone at 10.69 seconds. Bell finishes in 3rd and Elo in 6th. In the 800, we start with Bennett Academy's Griffin Schneed competing in the Class 2A heat. However, this race was dominated by Aurora Central Catholic's Patrick Hilby as he wins by a good 3 seconds. Schneed ends his season with an all-state 8th place finish on the podium. In the 3A 800, Naperville Central is represented by Foster Shelbert. While he's doing what he can, Dan Watke from Hinsdale Central gets to the finish line first, inching ahead of Ryan Eddington from Downers Grove North for the first place medal. Shelbert takes the 7th place spot on the podium for the Redhawks. Naperville North, Neuqua, and Metea Valley all have runners in the 4x200 meter relay. The Mustangs featuring Shanmuk Shabrolu, Daniel Perry, Darrell Space, and Arthur Cox III. However, Homewood Flossmoor again shows its dominance in the race, winning yet another relay. North's runners Elo, Marlar, Kai Williams, and Jacobs finish in 5th, just ahead of Metea Valley in 6th, and Neuqua in 7th. Entering the final races, Neuqua Valley needs a strong performance from Austin Bell in the 200 to secure a team state trophy. The 200 shifts directions because of the wind, but it doesn't bother Daniel Lacey, who wins another fast race for Champaign Centennial. Austin Bell does deliver in the clutch, coming in as the runner-up, which secures the 2nd place trophy for Neuqua Valley. Another great season for the blue and gold. Homewood Flossmoor runs away with the 3A championship, while Champaign Centennial finishes in 3rd place. East St. Louis is the 2A champion, while Salt Fork is the 1A champ.
For the play of the week, Jessica Long converts on a wild shot. She takes the pass and looks to score, but it's deflected by the goalie. She doesn't quit on the play as she chases after the loose ball and somehow flips it up and into the net for a goal. What an effort by Long as she was determined to score, and her hard work pays off. That's it for the show. Make sure to join us on our next episode for the final week of postseason coverage. Don't forget, we're always online. Check us out on our website for extended highlights and stories at nctv17.org. You can also find us on social media at nctv17 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Josiah Schuneman. Thanks for watching.